Yo, what's good, guys? So yeah, this video that you guys are watching right now, I'm just gonna say it, is possibly gonna be one of the most informational videos you can watch on scaling your agency on my channel currently. So yeah, if you can actually stick through this entire video from start to finish, and you actually have an attention span longer than 2 minutes, you will fucking scale. Okay, this is not meant for just beginner agency owners. This is also meant for guys who are making 20K per month, 30K per month right now and want to hit 50. Okay, I went from zero, making no money at all, to hitting around 60K per month in around 6 months' time. And usually that takes people years to fucking do. So yeah, let's get right into the video. How I made $235,000 this year with my agency. So basically, it's pretty simple. I'm going to be showing you guys how I went from a done-for-you service to a done-with-you service. But I do want to go into this very incrementally, so I kind of want to start at the beginning. When I first started this agency out, I wasn't making that much. I was maybe making around 4K, 3K per month, and I was stacking that up throughout the months. Obviously, I had living expenses as well, especially in the beginning of the year. I was kind of fucked. I nearly was homeless. So yeah, I really had to start saving up my money. I was getting paid around $2,500 per month from a client of mine that I had actually signed in the beginning of the year, and I actually helped him scale tremendously this year. Super cool dude. But basically how I just started as a done-for-you agency. I would just run ads for people, and that was it. Just run ads. That was the only service I provided. I didn't teach them how to run their own ads. I didn't implement any other systems into their business. It was strictly just running ads, right? Now, at around here is when I went to Dubai, right? And at around here is when I actually switched from done for you to done with you. And I actually started teaching these clients how to run their own ads in a build and release system. And this is what you guys need to do with your agency. I would 100% recommend, though, that you guys start with a done for you service, right? And that's because you are going to be kind of a slave to your clients. Like if you get 10 clients, you got to manage all their ads, you got to run all their ads, and you actually have to manage that client as well for as long as you're working with them, and your time isn't really leveraged, but it will get you off the ground and it will show you how to actually develop a good product, right? And that's the number one thing. You guys need to be providing as much value as you can with your product or service towards these guys. So yeah, this is going to give you some time. Another big thing that I'm going to say is you guys need to sign clients before you even know how to properly service them. And I know that sounds a little fucked up, but it's the only way you're going to learn, right? You shouldn't really give a shit about your service until you have made money through Stripe or through whatever payment processing you're using. Now, I know this says 186K on it, 235. Where's the rest of the money that has come through, right? Basically, my Stripe got shut down, all right? And there are horror stories online of people's Stripes getting shut down in thousands of dollars getting held in their fucking Stripe, which sucks. Now, if you guys are making more than around 15 to 20K per month already, if anybody's watching is making that much, DM me on Instagram, and actually I can plug you in with my payment processing as well, which fucking saved me. But I had to stop using Stripe around like mid-November, which kind of sucked. But yeah, it is what it is. I pivoted. I got a good amount of payments through actually wire transfers, Zelle, Cash App as well. I had a couple clients pay through Cash App. And then the payment processing that I'm using now as well, which is fucking cracked. But yeah, no, that's why the numbers are a little skewed here. But yeah, basically, as you guys already know, in the last video I talked about a done-for-you service, right? Obviously, just the whole entire thing of how to actually run a done-for-you agency. So it's basically the regular SMMA, just appointment setting, getting the show up rate good, closing people with sales, and then providing service, like running ads and such. But obviously you're going to hit a certain bottleneck, right? And that's going to basically be built on your fulfillment, right? If you can only fulfill 20 clients in a single month, then you're only going to, I don't know, let's just say each client's worth $1,000. You're only going to be at 20K per month, and you're going to stagnate at 20K per month. You're not going to get past that. Now, that's because you are managing 20 clients, right? That's a lot of clients. You're going to have to outsource that. And imagine handling 100. Like, it's going to get really fucking complicated, right? The mechanisms of your business are going to get more complex the more people you get in your business, right? And that's why you guys should switch over once you have acquired 10 to 20 clients with the done-for-you model to a done-with-you model, right? And there are little things, there are some things that are actually a little different with this model compared to this one. And the main thing is going to be your appointment setting and your fulfillment, right? Show-up rate and sales are pretty much the same. You can obviously add some more show up rate SOPs, especially if you're leveraging content. Like I said, Like you could possibly just have an appointment setter on Instagram actually DM all of the people that you're getting from your content. But yeah, no, besides that, that's going to be the only thing that's going to be different with show up rate, is possibly having a setter in your Instagram DMing all the people that want to book a call with you, right? And let's just say you're working for kitchen remodelers, right? Let's just say you're running ads, Facebook ads for kitchen remodelers, and you're teaching them also how to run their own ads as well. Or the entire thing is that you literally bring them in and you teach them how to run their ads, and you also implement all of these workflows into their business to actually make sure that their customers show up for them, right? And that actually makes sure that when they're running the ads are actually profitable, right? Basically, what you want to do is you want to have an amazing brand, right? And you can do this through Instagram very easily. Now you can actually pay to get verified, which is sick. So you can literally pay for verification. You could get bot followers, by the way, if you do want to do the Instagram, but I would 100% recommend that you don't do that and that you just get a majority of your followers from the ads that you're running, right? Because you can obviously just run ads to your Facebook and Instagram. But this is going to be way more high leverage, this asset, than these, but you still want to have these running, right? You still want to be shooting out looms and emails and having your setters call up these people every single day. You still want to have an outbound machine going until the inbound is done, right? Because you need to always have appointments coming in. This is always going to be the number one thing, and this is going to be the number one thing, and this is going to be the number one thing that I'm going to continuously drill in every fucking time on these videos, is you need appointments coming in. If you don't have appointments coming into your company, you're fucked. If you're an agency owner and you're not leveraging appointment setting, you're screwed, right? Don't focus on any of these other things until you have this one dialed in, right? And having content as an asset added on to your actual outbound emails and looms is going to be incredible. Now, obviously, you can have content this model as well, right? The service is where everything really changes, right? Because with a done with you model, you are going to be consulting them on how to provide the service themselves or achieve their desired goal. And in doing this, you are going to build a system that is going to allow you to be more free, all right? It's gonna allow you to actually spend more time working on the product itself as well and dialing in on more acquisition, right? Because the last thing that you want is for you to have 20 clients, right? And be servicing all 20 of those clients all by yourself, right? And having no way of actually outsourcing this entire thing, right? So there are multiple ways that you can actually use this model to scale to millions of dollars per year. Yes, this one easily you can hit 6 figures per year with, right? Especially if you outsource correctly and everything's going right, you're gonna be set, right? But the thing is with this one, let's just say you sign up a kitchen remodeler. I'll just have that as an example, right? Instead of having to set up their ads or have a VA set up their ads and run their ads, you will just teach them how to run their own ads. It's that simple, right? But the only way you're gonna know how to teach them how to run their ads properly is by doing it for people in the past, right? You have to start with a done-for-you model. This is exactly what Alex from Ozzy did as well. He started with his done-for-you model, he pivoted to the done-with-you, right? And the thing with the done-with-you, right, is because you are selling a system, you are selling knowledge, you are implementing knowledge in these people's businesses, right? You are showing them how to run Facebook ads for their specific service, right? You're showing them maybe how to set up workflows in either Zapier or Go High Level to get those people to show up from the ads. You're also showing them how to close these people from the ads in a very specific way, but the only way you're gonna know how to do that is by starting with this model, right? And remember, the way to get this model off the ground is obviously by just getting appointments in, right? You get appointments in, you close these appointments, you run these ads for these people, maybe you fuck up a couple times, and then you iterate upon that, right? That's all you have to do. Once this is up and going, once you're making around maybe 5K, 10K per month, right? And there are certain clients that you're servicing that are fucking crushing it, right? Let's just say they're making 30, 40K a month from your service, and before they were making like 4 to 5, right? You now have possibly a system that you could extract from these said clients that you could use for the rest of your clients, right? But you need to have done this first. Now, something I'm going to recommend to all of you is, let's just say, again, kitchen remodelers. You're working with a bunch of kitchen remodelers, right? And you got at least like 4 or 5 of them that are fucking crushing. Their ads are dialed in, their service delivery is dialed in, their ads are dialed in, their sales is dialed in, the workflows to get their clients to show up for them is fucking dialed. All you need to do is basically systemize that entire process into a video, or I would actually just do a complete video that you can basically watch over and over and over again and learn yourself. And then another thing is pay your clients to teach you what they're doing for sales. This is exactly what I've done. I've paid some of my top clients to teach me how they've closed, the percentage that they're closing with all the leads that I was bringing them. And then that system that they teach me that I've paid for, I basically bundle that all together, right, with everything else that I've learned. And then I just sell that as a way bigger ticket package, right? Because this you could definitely sell 2 to 3K a month maximum. I really think so, right? Unless you're dealing with huge numbers and huge companies. Most local businesses are only going to pay you out 2 to 3 grand a month, and that's if they're getting an amazing return, right? And sometimes that's unscalable, right? This is even better because you can charge upfront a lot more, right? You could possibly charge 10 to 12K upfront, right? And the thing is with this, right, it's a lot more leverage for you because you don't have to actually actively set up all of the systems in their company. You are just showing them how to do it themselves, right? And you can do this with a course, right? A really well structured course that's very informational on how to set up maybe Facebook ads for landscapers, kitchen remodelers, detailers, and consulting, or purely consulting. Now, Alex Ramosi as well, I believe the most amount he started charging for the gym owners he was teaching was around 14 grand a person, right? And then he developed this entire program, course modules. He would have, I believe he had gym owners consult other gym owners as well inside of his program, which is even more high leverage because then he's not consulting them himself. And basically, you don't have to actually set up any of this stuff. You're literally just giving them the systems. You're giving them the knowledge, right? And when you give someone knowledge, like, all they have to do is implement it. All they have to do is do the same inputs as the other clients that you were working for in the past, and they're going to get the same result, and it's fucking incredible. Because let's just say you sign someone up with your Done With You service, right? And they start running their own ads, and they just maybe import a Go High Level snapshot into their Go High Level, right, that you've given them, that your clients were using, and it starts ripping, starts going incredible. You can set up a referral system with this. And you can even also, my bad guys. So I actually had a fire truck go right past the B&B when I was filming, so that's why I had to do that weird cut. But basically, as I was saying, the reason why this model is way more high leverage is because, yes, you can get 20 to 30 clients on retainer, but managing that is absolute hell and is way lower leverage than just getting people in, getting people a result, and then basically saying, hey, if you want to leave, you can, because now you've learned it. Or if you want us to manage it, we can basically work around that as well. Because there are going to be some people that are going to work with you with the Done With You service, and they're going to learn how to run their own ads, and they're possibly going to do it, but then they're going to want to outsource it to someone, right? And if you have this system dialed in here to a point where, let's just say, they're willing to pay you 3 to 4 grand a month, right, to run it, just run it for them. Why not? You're going to have Done With You clients that are going to be like, hey, I don't want to do this system myself. I don't want to run these ads myself. I'll give you a percentage of the money that I'm making with these ads if you just take care of it for me. And you can take on those people, or you can decide to decline those people. But this model is so much more higher leverage than this one. And I just wanted to tell you guys about this model as well, because especially with having a good content like asset as well, you're going to rip. It's going to be incredible. Money's going to come in every single fucking day, especially when you put all of the systems in place that you use to scale these previous clients in an entire, let's just say, video course, or an entire just training that you can just train them on one-on-one. You've actually systemized a good way to even train these people. you're going to be set. And then the actual tenants that I've used to scale this into this are the same, right? Even with this, even with a done with you, right? Before you know how to build a done with you service, you need to sign done with you clients, and you need to start working with them one-on-one, right? Teaching detailers how to run ads and how to scale and how to sell, and giving them the exact systems that actually get their clients to show up for them when they possibly get them down for a free quote, right? Or get them down on a deposit and lock in a date to get that coding done, right? Or that detail. So yeah, this system right here is basically what I've pivoted to with my agency, and it's how I'm not going to just make 6 figures per year. This is how I'm going to possibly make 5 to 10 million per year, is by implementing this and slamming down on acquisition, because you can push so far down on acquisition with this, because fulfillment is very fucking systematized, right? You don't need 1,000 VAs for every single fucking client with this. You can literally, you could literally set this up with a school community, but you need to know how the system actually works in the beginning, right? And this is why I always stress that you implement these. Now, in a second, I'm actually going to go and I'm going to talk to you about some lessons that I've learned from scaling this to this. And yeah, so I will see you guys there in a second. So guys, these are the lessons that I've learned from going from 29 cents in my bank account to making over 200K this year. Highest month was around 67K, and then I really wanted to focus on client fulfillment the next month, so I only hit around, I think around 50, maybe a little less. I have to kind of go back and look at the numbers. But this month I'm actually on track to hit 100. As the time of me filming this, I'm almost I think halfway through the month, and I'm at around 35K so far. So yeah, basically going to hit 100K this month. It always resets to 100K a month every single time. But besides that, yeah, these are the lessons that I've learned basically from doing all this stuff this year. So yeah. So you guys need to move as soon as possible. I'm going to move my head around here, the screen. But basically, you guys need to get the fuck out of your hometown as fast as possible. If you are still in your hometown, you need to leave soon, like ASAP, right? And the reasoning is because the people that you're around are cooked, right? Right when I left my place and I got to Dubai, I was able to meet a plethora of amazing connections. And then on top of that, right when I went to Greece, I actually met these two dudes, right? And knowing these two guys, just knowing them, I can already tell you guys I'm going to make multiple 7 figures next year. They're going to help me do that, and I'm going to help them do that as well. All 3 of us in this photo will make 7 figures next year, multiple, right? Just from us connecting, right? Just from us meeting each other, right? And that's why it's good to possibly invest in things that will get you this type of connection, right? That will basically make it so you're actually going to meet these types of entrepreneurs out there, because they're not in your fucking hometown. I can guarantee that, right? They're not in mine at all. So yeah, you got to go out and you got to meet these fucking types of people, right? And also just experience different things. Like Dubai is incredible. I'm so excited to go back there and to fucking lock in again. But yeah, no, in doing these things, like just traveling has basically changed the entire way I view the world permanently. The connections that I've made have been amazing. And then also when you go from one location to another location, your habits basically can like almost reset, and you can build new neural pathways in the new location that you're in and basically build new habits, right? New work habits as well, right? And it's like, imagine you're a fat ass and you get up every morning and you go down to your kitchen, you see cookies on your kitchen counter, right? Imagine if you're in a completely different location. Imagine if you're in Bali, Indonesia. You just teleport from your house, Bali, Indonesia. You're still the same fat motherfucker, but you're in a household filled with people who exercise every day and eat healthy every day. You as a person, you're going to change completely. Your habits are going to change. Everything is going to change, right? And if you don't, then you're probably really cooked. But yeah, no, it just happens, right? You're just going to feel it. And this is why the number one thing I'm going to tell everybody who's watching this video is once you start making like 5K per month, you can get the fuck out. Go as fast as you can. It's scary, right? As I was booking those plane tickets to Dubai, I was terrified. I did not have that much money in my account when I was doing that, but it was so worth it. So yeah, I'm telling you guys, you need to fucking move as soon as possible. So the next thing is you need to focus on acquisition before service. right? The only thing that moves the needle is more clients. Not a website, not a logo, not anything else. It's more fucking clients, right? And like I said, I already said this already previously in this video. You need to sign these clients and then learn how to service them as you're fucking doing it. If I had known this at the beginning of this year, if I had known this like a year ago too, when I was just being stupid and like partying and then like doing SMMA for like 2 weeks and then going back to partying, if I had known this specific thing right here, I probably would have made 7 figures this year. No joke, especially with the speed of how I did everything, I probably would have made a lot more money, right? And that's why I want to tell everyone who's watching this right now. Get fucking clients in the door. Fuck your website and your logo. Get appointments in. If you have appointments, if you have 10 appointments a day, you're easily clearing 20 to 30K a month, right? Easily. Even if your show up rate is shit, all right? You'll still clear. If you have like 1 out of every 10 showing, you could still easily clear 10K per month. Easily. Right now, obviously, we don't want that to be the case, right? You want your show up rate to be good. But these are the number one things you need to focus on is acquisition and getting people in the door and closing people, right? And obviously not scamming people. Obviously, if you don't know how to run Facebook ads and you close someone on a service for Facebook ads, give a good guarantee. Say, look, if I don't get you this result in this amount of time, I'll give you a full refund, and actually hold yourself to that guarantee as well. Don't be a dick and not give back refunds, right? Now, obviously, there are stipulations to this. You know, like let's just say you sign someone on and 2 days later they want a refund after you started the ads and everything and after you paid your editor. Be like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? We can't do that. But obviously, like let's just say a month passes and you promised them in 1 month you'd get them at least 1 job and you didn't. Give them a refund and keep working for free until you actually know how to provide the service. But the only way you're going to know how to provide the service is by getting people in. So please do that as well. Now, this is the third thing, right? And this is possibly more important than anything I've fucking said. Right? Anything I've said at all is you need to read this book right here and change your fucking frequency, right? You need to be a high frequency person, right? You need to be very, 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 very high frequency. You don't want to be fucking low frequency, tired all the time, sad all the time, low energy. You need to be high fucking energy, right? Because when you have high energy and have a high frequency, you operate from a position of love, right? And acceptance and reason, right? And peace and joy. And these are all good things, right? When you are operating from a low frequency, like guilt and shame, you're not operating at 100% efficiency, right? And that's because you feel like shit, right? You're gonna fucking operate better when you're feeling better, right? And how you do this, there's multiple different ways, right? The first thing is the people you hang out with give off a certain vibe. They give off a certain vibration and frequency. And that's why you need to change who you are hanging out with immediately. And I'm also just going to tell you guys this. I could explain this book to you guys. It'd probably take me fucking like 30 hours to do so. Or it would probably take me a lot of me just sitting down and just analyzing this book. But you guys need to read this book as well. This book will change your life. Things will start going good in a way that you can't explain, right? You know when you go on a good luck streak, right? Everything's going good for you in the day. Fucking everything's going perfect. Maybe you're booking a ton of appointments. Holy shit, it's getting dark here. But maybe you're booking a ton of appointments, right? Maybe you're closing a ton of people in a row. And then, you know, when you go on a bad luck streak, maybe you don't close a ton of appointments in a row. Maybe you don't fucking, you know, close people in a row. Maybe a bunch of your clients are getting shitty results. This book explains to you how to control those streaks, especially for good luck, and how to go almost on an infinite good luck streak. Right? I can't really explain how. You just need to read the fucking book. All right? And one of the actual ways you can do this is by just upping your frequency. Right? And that means you can even listen to frequencies. I think I mentioned this in one of my videos a while ago, but I used to listen to, and I still do listen to, frequencies on the daily. Like 888 hertz and 369 hertz. And I think it's 432 hertz. Right? And as you can see, these are actual, like the hertz of the music. Like hertz of sound as well, that are here. And the numbers I'm reading now are pretty decent, as you could say, because they actually make you feel this way as well. And I've tested this on myself and it works. Now, when you listen to rap music, right, rap music is a perfect example. And that's not all rap music, but a majority of rap music has 808s layered underneath the music itself, right? 808s, I believe, are at 50 to 60 hertz, right? I believe so. I did some research on this, but you guys can see down here, that's not going to make you feel the best. And I've tested this as well. I remember when I was listening to Ken Carson all the fucking time, boys, and I felt pretty angry. I felt pretty angry, like for no reason. I would just have this like innate anger in myself, right? But yeah, no. This is extremely important. I would focus on this at the same time you're doing everything else. I would wake up in the morning and just program yourself to do good frequency activities like meditating, eating clean food, hanging out with good people, and changing your environment. Holy shit, a lot of you guys are in a shitty environment when it comes down to actually upping your frequency. You're setting yourself up for failure, right? You need to get the fuck out of your house. That's another thing, right? So yeah, do this, please. Now, the next thing. You guys need to make a brand that is unbeatable, right? Like, fucking amazing. And even having this as my personal brand has helped me so much with the connections that I made in Dubai as well. 1 second, boys. I'm actually going to go turn on the lights here. But yeah, so having these brands as my agency and personal brands are fucking unmatched, all right? I'm talking you need to post content with social proof, right? Simple call to action. Simple. A link, schedule a call. That's it, right? And then on top of that, you need to have highlights up. And if you can get yourself verified as well, that's going to help out so much, right? In my highlights here, I even have the news article for my agency of me being in Fox News, right? Same thing with me being in my VSL, right? That's automatically shot out to everybody. I am literally in Fox News with my agency, right? When a detailer, or let's just say if you're in landscaping, a landscaper is possibly interested and they watch your VSL and they see that you're in Fox News, the amount of authority there is incredible, right? They're going to fucking show up to that call. They're 100% going to show up to that call. And then along with this, you guys need to post long form YouTube content as well for your agency, right? And for your brand. Have them all interlinked with each other, right? Like I made an entire video with one of my top clients here on how I scaled him from 15K a month to 70K per month, and it's on YouTube. And I've had detailers come from YouTube to work with me because of that testimonial, right? This one is in person. I met up with this client in person. We took him from 4K per month to 30K per month. And doing that establishes so much social proof, especially because these guys all have networks of people that they know, that are detailers, that need marketing and need good marketing, right? So yeah, no, it's fucking incredible, right? And then obviously another lesson, I'm just going to say this right now because I know this is a little, you guys are probably saying X owner of auto revenue. What is this? When you guys stop something, right, in the past, you can't slow down, right? Because I separated myself from my original agency that I was working on, and I'm still going to hit 100K per month. And the reasoning, because most people, when they do that, when they quit maybe the agency they were running to start kind of another one just by themselves, maybe without their partner, is they'll slow down, right? They'll slow down on acquisition. They'll slow down on closing deals. The first day I left that agency, I made 4.5K. And that's because I didn't stop outreach. I continued dialing in fucking outreach every single day. I continued dialing in appointments every single day, and I have not fucking stopped, boys. I have not. So these are the things you need to fucking do to scale, right? And I would stress this enough. Your personal brand should look like this, and your agency brand should look like this. 100%. Like, without a doubt. So, yeah. And then the final thing, I'm going to move my head over here. Boys, you need to fucking take risks, okay? I took a lot of risks to get into the position I am in today. One of them was nearly sleeping in my fucking car until it worked, right? I was willing to do anything, right? You need to take risks, okay? I spent 20 grand for information so far. I've spent 20,000 fucking dollars to learn how to do all this shit, right? And that was risky, especially right before I went to Dubai. I paid around 9K to a mentor. 9K. That was a lot, right? I landed in Dubai with not a lot of money at all. And then I made 13.2K in 3 days after landing. Yeah, it fucking works. Spending that much money on information can actually benefit you. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably like, fuck a course, fuck a mentor. I don't want to do any of that. They're sketchy, scam artists, whatever, right? I would not be here without paying for information. I would have the same mindset, but that mindset is the mindset that poor people fucking use, right? And I'm not saying poor people as like a derogatory thing to put people down, right? What I mean by a poor person, right? Because you could have no money at all and be very wealthy, right? Mental mentally, right? If you're mentally poor, you're too scared to take risks, right? You don't have an abundance mindset. Maybe you view $1,000 as a lot of money, right? That's a poor mindset. That's a brokey fucking mindset. You need to have a mindset of abundance and wealth. When I put down that fucking $9,000, you know what I thought to myself? I'm gonna make this shit back in the next week. Easily. Mentally, I was fucking already there. I was already dialed in. I already knew that money that I had just spent was coming back to me, right? One of the biggest tenets I use now is like to have a wealth mindset, to spend money, right? I make fucking $6,000 in a day. I'll spend 1,000 on myself at an amazing dinner for an amazing experience. And I won't even think about it. I won't even second guess that decision, because if I did, that's what a poor person would do. And I've adopted the identity of someone who makes $100,000 per month, right? Even if I'm only making 60, even if I'm only making 50, I'm mentally at 100K per month, right? And when I was making nothing, boys, nothing at all, when I had no fucking money in my bank account, I was already making 30K per month. I was already making 40K per month. The people around me can also testify to that. The old people I was hanging out with, right? Because they would call me fucking crazy for saying this shit. I would always tell them, nah, I'll be making 30K a month this month. Easy. No money coming in. You know, they'd think you're fucking crazy. But sometimes you need to think like that. You have to think like that or you're fucked. So yeah, no, you guys need to be a little bit crazy. You need to be a little delusional, especially if you're in the same position as how I was, right? If you're maybe about to fucking be homeless, or if you don't have that much money, or maybe you do, and you're still having doubts. Maybe you're making 5K per month, 10K per month, and you're still having doubts about getting to 50, or about it being hard to get to 50, or maybe 50K a month, it seems like it's gonna be complicated to you. If you think that way, it is, right? You have to think that shit's easy, because it is, right? That's what scaled me as well. Thinking that 100K per month is fucking easy. That's not hard to fulfill that for all my clients, right? And that's how I'm fucking scaling currently as well. That's how I'm making the amount of money I'm making right now. So yeah, basically, mentally, you need to be the type of person who just take risks and you don't even think about it. Even if you lose out on something, even if you do take a risk and it doesn't go your way, stay positive about it. I mean, you can take infinite risks. You're young. Most of you guys are. And even if you're not young, you still can. I believe like the fucking CEO of McDonald's like became a billionaire when he was like in his 50s. Like there are so many people that become like multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires, and they start when they're like 30 or 40. So there's infinite time to do this shit. And there's infinite ways you can take high risks that will pay out in your favor, especially for paying for info isn't even that much of a risk. I mean, what's the worst case that happens? You pay for something and you don't get the info you thought you were going to get. Oh no, stack up more bread and pay for it again. Like that's literally what I did. Like I said, I paid $9K to a mentor, which did genuinely help me. Before that though, I had been spending more money on more programs that were not fucking helpful, right? Some were, some weren't. I learned some things from some things, but I didn't really learn a lot, right? But then once I got myself, especially just getting yourself around other entrepreneurs, like I said before, moving and actually implementing like, you know, traveling and meeting other entrepreneurs, that shit scaled me so fucking much as well. And I know I've also helped other people scale from doing that as well. Like I've met people who weren't making that much money before meeting me in person, right? And then I implemented the fucking systems that I was implementing in my own agency, and I gave it to them, and I watched them fucking clear 5 figures the next month easily. I'm talking, and I'm not talking like 10, 15K. I'm talking like 25, 35K. Like going quick, like making an insane amount of money very fucking quickly. But yeah, those are the lessons that basically really fucking help me push the needle, especially now. So yeah. So yeah, that's basically going to conclude that for this video. Now, if you are interested in scaling your agency to 50K per month or past 50K per month, go into the description, follow my Instagram, or just book a call with me. That's basically it. You can either shoot me a DM personally on Instagram and I'll reply, or you can just book a call with me. Now, something that I am doing differently than a lot of these other like coaches out here is I'm actually hanging out with my mentees in person, and I actually have an agency as well. I'm actually running an agency. I'm not just teaching it. I'm actually doing the shit that I'm teaching. So yeah, actually a few weeks ago, I just hung out with my boy Arby here. We went out on a little shopping spree, just basically hung out for the day and just talked. I even coached him on how to do specific things in his agency in person as well, which is so fucking high leverage. And I'm even planning a client retreat with my one-on-one mentees as well in Dubai very, very, very soon in the next couple months. And I'm also doing that with my actual agency clients as well, which is going to be sick. I'm actually having a couple detailers go out to Dubai. We're going to get a crazy ass place and film some cool ass content as well. But yeah, no, besides that, if you are interested in working with me, go down in the description, book a call, go to the Instagram. And also, if you want to see the results of the people that I've worked with one-on-one, you can also just see that on Instagram as well. I might throw up a couple screenshots here, but yeah. And then also, I feel like the reason why these results are pretty quick and also kind of fucking crazy is because I'm running an agency, like I said. And if you do what I say and you implement the systems that I've implemented in my agency, you're gonna fucking scale. There's no question about it. The only question is, are you actually going to put in the work? So yeah, besides that, I will see you guys in the next video. Comment down below what you guys want to see in the next video as well. And then yeah, I'll see you guys there.